Coming up next on YoTV, we have an interview with the Balians,
Kerry Washington,
Yuka in East Palo Alto.
And we're going to take you to a youth center, so stay tuned.
Only on YoTV.
Oh boy, yeah, we YoTV, we back here.
Youth culture, youth voices, youth power, coming at you.
What's happening? We YoTV out here.
Before we go any further, I have to big up the magazine. Youth Outlook.
Oh boy,
Youth Outlook, chronicle of young people's lives in the Bay Area.
We're known all over the Bay and beyond.
Got a lot of good stuff for you this time. Yo!
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Vanessa.
I'm Jasmine A.
And this week, we're coming back at you with some new stuff, new clips.
Yes, it's important to stay current, stay hip, stay fresh, and to do that, we caught up with the Balians. These guys have a radio show. They have a single, Bubblegum, that's been in heavy rotation. You've heard of them. If you have not, watch this.
Yo, watching YoTV. YoTV. Yo, what's going on? I'm Enzyme Dynamite.
And I'm J3.
And Spaceman Sales absent right now. He's flying in outer space, but we are the Balians. So we are sitting in the Wild 94.9 studio right now, where we do our show, which airs every Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m.
Cardinal Official. We interviewed Kid's sister. We had an interview with Savage, who's an artist from New Zealand, who has a song called Swing that's on the Knocked Up soundtrack. So we kind of have a diverse range of people that we interviewed, and it's a great show. We talk about politics, entertainment. We talk about your favorite actors and actresses.
When Lil Wayne getting his chain snatched by 40 Glock G unit. When is it gonna stop? When is the violence gonna stop?
Lil Wayne didn't get his chain snatched. Get it right, baby.
Young
Get it
man,
right, baby.
Tiger,
Get it right,
Tiger,
baby. Get it right,
Tiger.
baby. Get it right, baby. The radio show came about was we had a song, Bubblegum, which landed in rotation on Wild 94.9. So one day we came into the studio, and Angel Garcia was an on-air personality at the time doing the HD radio thing, and he kind of just let us try it out for a second, and we did really good, and they liked it, and we eventually formed the show. You can cop the album Crop Circles, which is on iTunes. You can check us out on YoTV. We're going to have a video for you soon, so we're going to make sure we get it to you. But, yeah, so the Balians originally started with me and this guy. We were battling each other. We met at the Octopus Lounge years ago. It was like in 2003, battling each other. And we just ran into each other at Chabot College in Hayward and started linking up and doing a lot of songs together, doing so many songs together and so many performances together that we eventually formed a group. And there's two other guys in the group. There's our DJ True Justice, and there's another MC, Spaceman Cell. Like I said, he's flying the farthest nebulas of the galaxy right now. The Balians, we've been officially a group, the Balians, since 2007. It's 2008 now. And with our first album, got a song on the radio, multiple radio stations. That's without a distribution deal, without a deal at all, just pure hustle. We're the biggest hustlers out there. We hustle so hard. You might see us in the streets passing out on flyers and all that good stuff.
So y'all know who the Living Legends is. We about to start a tour with them. That's going to be in September. The first show is at the Fillmore, September 15th. So all the Bay Area people out there, if y'all looking at this right now, y'all better be at the Fillmore, an historic venue. It's going to be a great show. We on tour with the Legends, so shouts out to them. You know, one love to Pharrell, Star Trek. Oh boy.
Somebody a pin so that they can get it.
Big up to Pharrell. And yeah, so as far as the Balians, what do we see in the future? You know, a lot of more songs, a lot of more tours, a lot of more radio shows. You know, we're just gonna keep grinding.
Shouts out the Bay. I love y'all. We love y'all, because without y'all, then there wouldn't be any us.
Gotta give a shout out to YoTV. You in the house watching YoTV. Yo. We love you. Thank you for the support. The Balians signing out. Peace.
So there's a lot going on nowadays. Hurricanes, vice presidents, I'm not going to say one way or another, but we have a lot to say about it. So check out our blog spot to find out what we have to say on these issues and much more at Yo Blogger. Hey YoTV, so now we're here in Lakeview, and behind me, as you can see, there is a beautiful house, but it's not just a house.
It's actually the Inner City Youth Center in Lakeview where kids come to feel safe, you know, play video games, play basketball, and there's actually a studio inside. So check it out.
How do you feel about the violence that's happening inside your community?
The violence is definitely something that bothers me in this community, just because a lot of violence that goes on is, you know, a lot of the people involved in the violence know each other from growing up together in this community. I wish there were more. I wish there were more role models in this community, especially people my age, in their 20s, 30s, people who can give young people like yourself and teenagers advice on what to expect from life and how to approach life. I tell you what, it can't get worse. You know, I don't see how the community can get worse with more role models. So, you know, I don't know if it'll, you know, fix anything at all, but I know it can't get worse. So, I think a lot of our organization operates on word of mouth. So when you get one kid coming in, a lot of times they'll tell their friends, man, we ain't got to go here. Let's go hang out at the youth. You know, they got video games. We have things that most youth centers don't necessarily have, just from the simple fact that studio. We've had a studio since before it became popular, just because music is something that a lot of young people want to do. It's I definitely think having a home as a youth center is a positive. I think what kids lack is a sense of a home. And I think a lot of kids that are out there in the street are looking for that comfort that they don't get at home. Well, I think that, you know, I'm 26 and I'm a firm believer in authority. And letting whoever comes in the doors of inner city youth know that I am that authority, and we don't tolerate violence. Well, because we deal with teenagers, we don't operate during the day, because I feel like if you're open during the day, then are they going to school? You know, are they gonna come here instead of going to school? And I don't, you know, education. You got to get your education.
Right now, meaning current event-wise, it's still crazy around the world. I mean, around the community, because we still got the police harassing us, kids from different neighborhoods coming sliding through. So my kids and this youth got to run for their life because they don't know what's happening. And I just feel like it's crazy because they're so young playing with guns. I mean, if they want to play with guns, go ahead and sign up for the Army. It's already enough black on black crime, and it's like they're being brought up. There are enough role models in my community. I have to say, no, there's not enough. I can't count 5 on my fingers. Most definitely. I mean, me alone, big change. And I got about 100 kids out here that can vouch for that. I mean, if there was enough role models in this community, we'll be on big outings every weekend. Help around every aspect of anything with cars, mechanic skills, you know, building blocks. What I do for them, I can't force nobody to go to school, or I can't force anybody to do anything. All I can do is drop a little knowledge on them, and you know, things that I do for kids, I pull them to the side, ask them what their issue is, why you ain't attending school, how can I help, is anything wrong at home? I mean, give my number, they hit me up any hours of the day. I got a program that I'm running here, and we actually do a boys group twice a month. The first topic we had was about how does fashion affect the youth in school today. Second topic was about beef and how it's destroying the youth now. And the last one I had was yesterday was life after high school, which was very good. Definitely. I want to call myself the greatest role model of the 21st century in the youth presence.
Well, I hope you checked out that segment. You know, come check out the Inner City Youth Center. But in the meantime, we're going to a commercial break, so check out youthoutlook.org. Hey everyone, as you can tell, we're still in Lakeview, but up next we're going to bring you to meet Kerry Washington. Wasn't she in Save the Last Dance?
Save the Last Dance, Fantastic Four, her new movie Lakeview Terrace, ironic, or even your Spanish class. We got a chance to sit down with her and talk about her newest projects and much more, so that's up next.
Hey, so if you could just tell us a little bit about your movie.
Sure. I am in a film called Lakeview Terrace, starring myself and Sam Jackson and Patrick Wilson. And the film is really about a young couple that moves into a new neighborhood, and we are excited about our new marriage and our new life and our new home. And then we start being terrorized by a neighbor of ours who also turns out to be a cop. And that's kind of what the story's about.
Okay. And so your character, Lisa, is from the Bay Area.
That's right.
Do you spend any time in the Bay Area to get ready for your character? Or
I do. I actually have family here. I have some family in Oakland, in the Oakland Hills, and I have friends. I went to college in D.C., but I had friends who went to Berkeley. And Lisa and Chris, the couple, they met in Berkeley, at Berkeley, at school. So it's one of the reasons why I really loved the idea of playing this character, because I feel like I had never really seen a woman like this on screen before, a black woman like this on screen. You know, somebody who's sort of a Berkeley graduate, Birkenstock wearing, crunchy granola, Prius driving black woman, you know, like open-minded and progressive. I thought it was really important and exciting to see this kind of black woman on screen.
So most young people recognize you from Save the Last Dance, but even at my high school, Berkeley High, we saw you in a series of Spanish instructions.
Oh my God!
So just like kind of the progression from, you know, that younger Kerry Washington to now, what has that been like?
It's been exciting. You know, I remember I was doing those videos, they were the standard Deviant videos, right? And they're educational videos for studying. That's good that you're using those. I hope they helped. Yeah, I did those, you know, during college to help make money to make it through college. So, yeah, it's been an exciting ride. You know, it's been a fun journey. Yeah.
What about your co-stars Samuel L. and Patrick?
They're great. I just felt so lucky going to work every day, you know, because Samuel L. Jackson is such a legend. He's an icon, you know, and I've worked with such amazing people, but it's like, you're not really a Hollywood actor until you've worked with Samuel L. Jackson, you know what I mean? Because he's like the king. He's awesome. So I'm really happy that I got to work with him. And then Patrick is just such an incredibly talented actor, you know, and he's worked with such amazing women, you know, Ellen Page and Kate Winslet. I'm really honored to be, you know, one of his leading ladies.
Okay, and so as you just progress and kind of become, like, in your own right, a legend, you know, a legendary actress, especially among, like, black actresses, what words of encouragement do you have to aspiring young actresses or just, you know, the new generation of Hollywood youngsters?
I would say, what would I say? It's a tricky life, you know, because there's no one right way to do it. So I think it's a hard thing to say, like, oh, do it this way or do it that way. I think you just have to really, I find for myself, I just really have to listen to my own truth and try to trust my gut and just really, you know, go after what I really believe in.
Listening to an interview where you said, you know, that you do roles that have like a relevance to a truth in society. So how have you been able to maintain that with the characters?
How have I been able to maintain
and
that?
in this particular character?
Oh, I look for the truth in the characters that I play, you know, and for me, I think Lisa is a real person, you know. I mean, I hope she is. That's my job as an actor, is to make her a three-dimensional, real human being. And so that's what I tried to do, you know, to make her kind of this young, modern, progressive, open-minded, feeling person. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
We're going to go to a commercial break right now.
But in the meanwhile, check out newamericanmedia.org.
Hopefully you enjoyed that. Right now we're going to go to East Palo Alto, a small city by the water, where some young people out there helped shut down a chemical plant in the middle of their community. And
yeah, it's called YUCA, Youth United for Community Actions.
Beer.
Did it.
My name is Alvaro Alvarez. I'm 17, and my place of birth is in Mexico, down south, and originally came to the United States when I was 5 years old. YUCA it's Youth United for Community Action. It's a grassroots organization, and it's created and led by youth, and basically its purpose is to like help communities like East Palo Alto is like the main target to fight against like social environmental justice. So the things that we try to do is get the best benefits for East Palo Alto. Like an example, there has been like a mass increase of like rent increase for like some like tenants and stuff, and like it's against law for somebody just like increase somebody's rent for like $500. So those are some things that we really look at, and those are just some of the type of things that YUCA does. It mainly tries to get either, like an example, a toxic waste facility plant named Romic that has been here for 43 years, and we were able to finally shut it down last year. That's a big accomplishment. That's another type of things that we focus on. Toxic waste facility plants are either just in general things that pollute our community or harm our community, or either just companies and stuff that don't bring any benefit to East Palo Alto. I live in East Palo Alto. I love East Palo Alto. So, I care about my own community, that I'm willing to do something to help it, not just live here either like once in a while, just pass through, like the streets and stuff, like not caring about what happens, but either just remember that I do have family that lives here. I do have friends that live here, and the air that we breathe, other people breathe it too. And this is supposed to be our air. This is supposed to be like, for everybody as well. And like when it's being like polluted and stuff, that means that like East Palo Alto is being disrespected. So East Palo Alto, you could say that it's not the opposite, but we have Palo Alto, which is really rich, mostly white people, and like East Palo Alto is more of people of color, and it's a low-income community. A lot of people sometimes either don't know the difference from East Palo Alto and Palo Alto. They usually get it confused. Not recently, a few years ago, they also closed the cement plant that while they were operating, the type of chemicals that they would use, it would affect the community, because a lot of the people that either work there, like in that facility, they said, oh, you know what, don't even worry about it. The toxics that go to the air, the wind just blows it to the ocean and stuff. Well, it's fine. But then like if you actually stand like by like back of the Baylands, you'll feel the wind going towards the city. So then that's when people start investigating, and like you'll see like that people do get affected. We don't normally blame like these like facilities for giving like people asthma or cancer. People can just have them, or either throughout times, once breathing these chemicals, they grow within them and stuff. But we mainly blame them is because they contribute to the people that have asthma and cancer. So recently, a few months ago, actually a year, like last year, there was a chemical explosion, which some of the chemicals that went to the air affected some people, and some staff that were working here rushed over there to see what was going on, to try to get as much information as they could. The people that had gone over there, it was a few minutes or either an hour after the explosion had happened, like the chemicals had affected them. Some people felt like their hands were burning, like ashes and stuff, like itchy. Some people had like sore throats and stuff. Another lady, her shirt had actually either burned somehow, something like that, but just like with the chemicals and stuff, that you could actually see like either the silk or anything like dissolving and stuff. So she was one of the people that had spoke to a hearing that we had. So those are some things that have happened to some people.
All right, everyone. Unfortunately, it's the end of our show, but stay tuned for next week.
I'll miss you guys. And if you miss me, then we don't have to wait till next week. Go to our website, go to our MySpace page, myspace.com/youthoutlook. Go, just find us.
Check us out.
Find me. And I'll be waiting for you next week.
I can't stop laughing. Min's looking at me funny. Okay. All right, Ready? Coming up next. Right.
And some youth out there help shut that down.
And that youth is called YUCA, Youth United for Community Actions. Did I say it right?
Yep. So right now we're gonna go to East Palo Alto, where some youth help shut down a toxic plant in their community.
That group of people